I'm Tanya Dessa, your passion igniter and leadership coach, and welcome to another episode of the Leadership Lounge, where we experiment and explore with ideas and actions that you can take into the workplace to really be seen and heard. All right, the topic on the table today is giving back. It makes you think about you and your volunteer time, doesn't it? Giving back. It's always on your to-do list. But let's face it, sometimes it feels impossible to find the time to fit anything else into your weekly schedule. Trust me, I can relate. But recently I met a woman who does it all. She's a wife, a mother, a corporate professional, and she volunteers. I had the chance to sit down with Julie and ask her a little bit more about how she does it. And what was interesting is to hear more about how her employer supports her volunteering efforts. So, let me introduce you to Julie. Yeah, Julie, tell us a little bit about who you are and your volunteer experience.
Okay. So my name is Julie Moran-Nilles. I'm a senior business analyst at TELUS. I'm also a wife and a mother of one. I love giving back of my time. I spend a lot of my spare time volunteering. Places I volunteered in the last 6 months. Most of my time has been spent with the school council, Best Buddies Canada, and Covenant House. Those are where I spend most of my time, although I do a lot of one-off type volunteer opportunities, like places I go to one time or I do a couple times a year.
What's important to you when it comes to volunteering your time?
I just need to feel like I give back. I work long hours. I work from home, and I work long hours, and I just need to know that I'm giving back. I have a business analyst job. It's a business job, right? It's an office corporate job, which is fantastic. And then I just need to know that I'm doing something else. I feel like I've been blessed in my life, and I just feel like I need to give back. So it's either, and you know what, even when things are not going so well, it kind of gets me out of the house. And if things are going well, I feel like I need to give back because, it's going well and I need to share. And then if it's not going well, you almost get that other feeling where you still have to give back because you get so much more. So it's just, it gets my mojo going. The people you meet, the organization you get to learn about organizations from behind the scenes, and you can give money, which is great because money is needed. But I always found that giving money, you don't know where the money's going, and there's always a percentage that goes to admin fees. Well, 100% of my time goes to where I want it to go, and it's very focused. So I feel much more satisfaction because I know exactly what the reward is much more instant when you're giving the time versus the money. And the connections between the people I meet is unbelievable. Yes.
But sometimes, we're all busy professionals, and sometimes it's so hard to make that time investment. So how do you do it, Julie? Give us some tips. How do you balance it all, being a wife, a mother, and a full-time corporate professional, and then making time to give back to the community? How do you do it?
It's not that hard when you think about. First of all, my work week is my busy week. So a lot of my volunteer hours are often on a weeknight. So that, Monday to Friday, I'm constantly busy. I might go out at night to do some work, and then the weekends are for my family. So that's sort of how I balance it. Although I do volunteer on weekends. The last 2 weekends I've been out. However, I include my family. So my husband and I volunteer together. My daughter also does some volunteering with us. So I get to incorporate the family. We're still together. And I think it's also a really good way to role model for my daughter that, we all have to give back. Like, we're all here to serve. And it's also really good team building. I volunteer with some of my coworkers, some of my friends. It's a great way to connect. You get to know people really well when you're outside of your comfort zone.
Absolutely. And speaking of connection, so you're absolutely right. Sounds like you're involving all these people in your life, whether it's your husband or your daughter or your coworkers.
I know, I sucker them all in.
That's great. All for a good cause. And so let's talk about leadership, because also, you're talking about moments of connection, this way to connect with other human beings when you need it, but also you're able to serve them. How has volunteering grown you as a leader? How has it helped your development?
You know what? Everything we do it's all connected. So
Yeah.
the skills I've learned, I get to use the skills I learned during my volunteer opportunities at work and the skills I have at work in my volunteer opportunities. So, with the school council work that I do on the board, I'm on a parent teacher board, but I also help in organizing and creating change in the school. So we built a nutrition program this year, for example, in our school. And those organizational skills I learned as a BA and as a project manager, I get to bring into the school to implement and make change. And some of the people skills that I learned on my volunteer opportunities, I get to bring to the sensitivities that I've learned and the people understanding different people. I get to bring into my work because now I've been exposed to every personality and every type of person, and I've been I expose myself to those environments so that I can bring those learnings back to my work. So it all connects to each other, and I think it makes me a better professional and it makes me a better person, and ultimately I think it also makes me a better wife and a mother. If you work for a company that recognizes you for the work you do outside of work, then I tell you what, you will give everything you've got when you're at work, because you know that your values are supported, and your TELUS shares my personal values and vice versa. So I will give so much more to my organization knowing that they support the extracurricular stuff that I do.
It is all about making it a win-win. And I think, thank you
Absolutely.
so much for sharing your story, Julie. You are great advice, and you've given us, your story is inspirational. And you're a great
thank
example
you.
for what we can all do a little bit more of, and that's giving back. Hope you enjoyed that conversation with Julie and hearing her story and really witnessing her passion for giving back to the community, not only in terms of how she can benefit others, but how volunteering refuels her and helps her grow as an individual. I want to add a few more tips to help you take volunteering into action in your life. One way you can think about volunteering is via mentoring, and there are so many mentoring programs and opportunities existing in your community today. Another one is actually going to a website and asking them to match you with the perfect volunteer opportunity for you, volunteermatch.org. And lastly, think about an organization that you are just dying to work with. Like, really brainstorm top 3 organizations that you just love to learn more about, to be part of, to help them in some way. Then think of 3 ways you can add value to them. Pure, selfless value. I bet there's something that you can offer to them in a unique way that they would just soak up. So think of 3 ways you can offer value, and then be fearless and pitch these ideas to them. It's a great way not only to build your network and your brand and connect with a new company that you're interested in, but it's a way for you to volunteer your time, your energy, and your brilliance. I can't wait to hear all of your comments and actions that you're taking and how it's making a difference in your life. So please feel free to share your story in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching the Leadership Lounge. If you like this video, please subscribe and share it with your friends. And if you're interested in more actionable, awesome advice on how to be seen and heard in the workplace, hop on over to tanyadessa.com and sign up to join our leadership tribe. Remember, own your awesomeness to be seen and heard in the workplace.